Issue 33 of Transformers Skybound came out a few weeks ago, and I made a super short video covering the things I enjoyed as I was on the road at the time, away from my usual setup. I've taken some time to reflect more on what's going on here with the issue, and I really wanted to focus on Optimus as a character today. Who he is now that he has allowed the Matrix to return to Cybertron. Don't worry, this is not a video about Alita, so if you want to grab your pitchforks and complain about her, I have plenty of videos on the channel for that. This new side to Optimus was first shown to us back in G.I. Joe issue 20, and I have a video covering how much I love this new approach to a wise, yet depowered Optimus following his scuffle with Alita. Now that we've reset our focus back on Earth again in the main storyline, I've got some thoughts on how this has been handled. First and foremost, I'd like to say I really appreciate Robert Kirkman touching on so many story aspects in this issue aside from Optimus, like Spike, Carly, the Iron Apprentice concept, Shredhead, Cliffjumper, Thundercracker, and so much more. This is a dense issue that handles a lot of small character moments very well. But Optimus is written with a strange new approach that I'm not against, simply maybe unfamiliar with. Kirkman has mentioned time and time again that the big influences on his life with Transformers, aside from the 1986 movie, were Transformers Animated and Transformers Prime. The first gave us a younger, brasher Optimus Prime trying to find his place in the world, and the second gave us a very stoic and serious Prime who, for the most part, had his act together. This Optimus in the comics now feels a lot more like the former. Spike reveals this much when he writes that Optimus is still the same caring individual, but he's taking new risks and being harder on himself. The other Autobots can sense it, but they won't say anything. This is an Optimus who doubts himself. These doubts may stem from many places, but it's clear to see that some of them come from the fact that Optimus is quite frankly weaker than he used to be. He trains with RC Magnus and fails to defeat her, demanding that they go again. He's somewhat lost the strength that the Matrix gave him, but as Spike says, he's no less motivated. But still, he is frustrated in himself, that he might not be enough to stop Megatron. Optimus misses the wisdom that the Matrix bestowed upon him. I know many people are unsure of this direction for the character, saying that Optimus would never have doubts or be unsure of himself, but this falls in line with how he has been written even at the start of the series. My first video on the channel covered this. Optimus is still young here, relatively speaking. He's not the stoic leader who never messes up as he sometimes is portrayed. He hurts, he fears, he messes up. He even doubts himself time and time again when wielding Megatron's fusion cannon. Don't forget his conversation with Spike about the sunset, and my favorite issue in this entire series. Optimus is not perfect, and we are starting to see that even more now that he doesn't have the Matrix. The small moment between him and Spike is a great example of storytelling done right by the artist Jason Howard. It may seem like the brief conversation between the two is somewhat meaningless, but it's the silent look Optimus gives Spike, an almost confirmation that the two understand each other's struggles and fears. That speaks volumes. These two characters have been through so much together, and they're changing in such massive ways, and yet they are still able to bond through all of it. The biggest section of this comic, in my opinion, is Optimus's conversation with RC Magnus. These pages do so much to inform the reader of many aspects of the story that we've been questioning for so long now. The first thing I'd like to get out of the way is why Alita left Megatron on Earth, rather than vanquishing him when she had the Matrix. Quite simply, Alita chose to let Megatron stay on Earth because he had been absent so long from the war that she no longer considered him a credible threat. It does make sense. He is a powerful foe, yes, but he is now groveling on Earth after who knows how many millions of years after disappearing from Cybertron. Alita had bigger fish to fry. Even in these moments of inner conflict and self-doubt, Optimus still retains his humility and care for Earth in focusing on the safety of her people, and even more so, the safety of his own Autobots. Secondly is Optimus's defense of Alita at this moment. R.C. Magnus speaks clearly in calling her former friend a zealot, but Optimus reprimands her by saying, "If anything, it is we who are the zealots. Our battle has raged on Cybertron in our absence for millions of years." Optimus is worried that his devotion to Earth and his choice to leave Cybertron so many years ago was the wrong choice. What will become of his home now? He is caught between saving the world he once called home, Cybertron, and saving the world that he has now doomed to die, Earth. He feels the pressure, the weight of responsibility. He cannot save both. R.C. Magnus's response is a moment of perfect writing and art from the team yet again, when she says, "You think you're both somehow right, but what if you're both wrong?" Optimus's response? Silence. A look of sadness. His Autobots are falling apart over his decision. And maybe, just maybe, R.C. Magnus is right in this moment. This is an Optimus who doubts, an Optimus who has even more responsibility upon his shoulders, and yet he is now lacking a great tool that made him who he is. Again, he's still the same character. He has retained all of his memories. He hasn't forgot who he is or what has happened, but he's smaller now, both physically and, in a way, mentally. He's unsure if he still has the chops to get the job done. And I think that that creates such a wonderful character. If Optimus is just written as being perfect and stoic 24/7, then he's really not that much of a character. And again, while this is a very big change for his character, I do believe that it stays in line with what Daniel Warren Johnson had written in the previous issues, issues 1 through 24. That Optimus was never perfect. He struggled. He had fears. He had doubts. He questioned many different decisions that he made, and this is just a continuation of that. Also, can we please give up the "he should be called Orion Pax, not Optimus" shtick? They even address it here in this issue. Let him be Optimus. And yes, his mouth plate is weird to me too. I prefer the faceplate, but it helps him look younger here. The preview pages for issue 34 even address it when Flag says he doesn't like looking at his lips. Kirkman understands the qualms we have. His name is Optimus. We get it. He used to be Orion Pax. No, I don't think that this is a bad take for Optimus. And I think the complaint of, "ooh, Optimus would never act like this," is just a really poor articulated complaint. If you don't like this Optimus, then that's fine. Then say that. Hey, I don't like the way Optimus has been written here. But to say that he would never act like this? Come on. No. Optimus is not perfect. He is a stoic, strong leader, and he's a character that we can all look up to. But that doesn't mean he's perfect. He's going to make mistakes. He's going to make decisions that he looks back on and says, was that the right decision or not? And I think that Kirkman and Howard are doing a great job. Everybody on the comic is doing a great job of bringing that to the forefront, especially with the art and the dialogue between him and R.C. Magnus. There's a lot of friction within the Autobots, and friction and conflict makes good storytelling. So I've really enjoyed this issue. What did you guys think of it? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching this video, and if you want to join the conversation in the community, then I highly suggest joining my Discord server. It's just $1 for a lifetime entry fee. It's a really fun place where we get to talk about these comics and really any type of media. We do movie nights, game nights. We even do a monthly Energon Universe call where we talk about all the issues going on. I'll see you guys next time.